now we don't have addition and subtraction in between our terms. We now have multiplication and division. So just like I explained before, with division we're going to have to sub and times, and with multiplication we're going to have to cross cancel. Again, the rule still applies that you can't cross cancel over a plus or a minus. Okay. Something that we added is that we still need to factorize. Okay. Right, so our first example, you now need to see what operation are we working with here? Multiplication and division. Right. So, before we even begin with cross cancelling, what are we going to do first? Okay? Is it factorized already? Okay, now remember we're going to see if all numerators and all denominators are already factorized. Okay, factorized? No. Yes. There's brackets? Yes. Okay. Can you factorize 1 term? No. Can you factorize 1 term? No. 1 term? No. Factorize? Yes. Maybe just hook my door behind the bin. Sorry. Okay. Hook my door behind the bin. Okay, and then 1 term? No, you can't factorize a term on its own. Okay, so factorizing is done. Next, what are we going to do with this division sign? We are going to change it to a multiplication sign, and we are going to tip either the first one or the second one. Preferably, normally the second one after. Okay, so we're going to have x minus 1 squared. Quickly, some of you said this isn't factorized. How would you have factorized it? Quickly.
Doesn't it have minus? That means it's dot.
But is x a perfect square?
No.
Do you understand? Yes. Okay, so remember, always if you are, well, before you answer, ask yourself again, just to be sure. Okay, so times 6 over 7. We are going to change this to a times. And what are we going to go do with this term? Okay, when you flip it, you don't make anything negative. That's only with exponents. When you move things to the top and you move things to the bottom, only the exponent's value changes. Okay, so this is going to be a 14 x minus 1 squared. Right, now that we have multiplication across all our terms, we can now start cross cancelling. Grade 10s, you don't necessarily only cross right next to. Okay, so you can cancel across terms. Okay, like this. But you can also cancel top and bottom. Okay, any questions? Right. What can we cancel your grade 10s? Okay. X minus 1 squared and? Right, so you see, you can skip the middle term. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't necessarily need to be like that. You can cross cancel like that as well. Okay, so we cancel x minus 1 squared and x minus 1 squared. What else? What else? Okay, so 7 divided by 7 is? It's 1. Okay, 14 divided by 7 is? 2. Are you with me? Right. What else can we cancel? Okay, so 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Quickly tell me, this x minus 1 squared and this x minus 1 squared, is it 0 after we've cancelled it? It's 1 because it's the same as saying x minus 1 squared divided by x minus 1 squared. That's going to be 1. Okay, so there's a 1 left here and there's a 1 left here. Now this next step I'm going to add in is completely optional. I just added in for you to make it easier for you to understand. Okay, so we're going to have 1 over 1, are you with me? Times 2 over 1 times 2 over 1. Do you see why I add this step in? It just makes it a little bit easier to understand what is left over and what we multiply. It's optional. I'm not going to give you a mark for that step. Okay. So now you know your final answer is? Okay, what's now? In this one, we're going to multiply across. So we're going to multiply all of these together. Because now we're done cross cancelling. Okay, so what is 1 times 2 times 2? 4. It's 4. And what is 1 times 1 times 1? 1. Do we need to write that down? Okay, so my final answer is 4. Right. Right. Okay, so before we start simplifying, are you going to cancel this x squared with that x squared? No, because do we have a stop sign? Yes. Here's our stop sign. Okay. So first thing you always need to ask yourself, we need to factorize. Why do we factorize? In order to create brackets and in order to, for us to cancel. Okay, make sense? Right, let's go. Can we factorize this? Okay, how do we factorize it? Okay, this is an HCF. What is my HCF? X. Fabulous. Okay, what is left over? X minus 1. Okay. Right, how do I factorize this one?
Trinomial.
Fabulous. Okay. Trinomial. Okay, and that's factorized as a trinomial. We open 2 brackets. X and X. My only factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Or 2 and 1, same thing, doesn't matter. My signs are going to be different. The biggest one's going to get a plus. So my 2 gets the plus and my 1 gets the minus. Right, so what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to tip and times. If you want to first, I'm going to tip and times and factorize at the same time. If you want to tip and times and then in the next step factorize, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so I'm going to times this. I know that my denominator here is going to become my numerator. So I'm going to do this one first. And how do I factorize this, great hands? Difference of 2 squares. Okay. So I'm going to, at the top now, because it's a tip and times, so we know this one's going to go to the top and that one's going to go to the bottom. If I factorize this using dots, it's going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. If you swapped it around and you put the negative 2 first and the positive 2 second, it makes no difference. Right. Yes, yes. Okay, next one. This one on top, how do I factorize this one? There's an HCF, right? Okay, and we know now that this HCF is going to go down to the bottom, so we're going to write it here. Okay? What is my HCF? X. What is left over? X plus 2. Are we good? Are we good? X plus 4. Oopsie. Where's my X plus 4. Thank you. Right, x plus 4. Okay, times hand? In the sense of flipping and timesing, you just look at factorizing. Okay, so can we factorize this one?
Yes.
Okay, what can we do here? Okay, HCF again. Right. What is my HCF? 3. What is left over? X plus 4. Can we factorize 1? No, so we leave it as it is. Now remember, in grade 10, your second name is alternative. What I cancel first is not necessarily what you're going to cancel first. Or what you cancel might not be what I cancel, as long as you get to the same answer. Right. So what I see first is an x plus 2 and an x plus 2. Okay. I also see an x minus 1 and an x minus 1. Remember, you can cancel top with bottom. Okay, what else can you see? Good job. X plus 4 and x plus 4. Anything else? There's an x and a x. It can also cancel. Do you see why we can cancel the x and x is because a bracket, there's a bracket. We're not cancelling over a stop sign. Okay, so what are we left with? I'm just going to highlight it so it's easier to see. It's the 3, the x minus 2 and the 1. Okay. Right, so do you understand why we can cancel the x and the x? Yes. Because there's no stop sign separating the x from something else. Okay, so what am I left with? I'm left with a 3. Are you with me? No, wait. Let me start the other way first. I don't know why I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to shortcut. This is 1. 1 over 1. Okay, so again, this step is not necessary. Okay, because everything is cancelled, meaning we don't have 0, it's just the x divided by this is 1. No, 1. Okay, so it's 1 over 1. Are you with me? Times 1 over 1 times. Stop the time. Okay, here we've got a x minus 2 over 1. Stop it. Oh, yes.
And 3 over 1.
Forgive me. Yes.
And in this case, we don't have to say
Yes. Okay, are you guys with me? Okay, so technically speaking, this 3, it's the same as writing it like this. This 3 needs to get multiplied with both of these. Okay, so it needs to go here and here. Do you understand why I say it's the same thing? Okay, so we're going to have left